Okay, that should be better. Sorry about that. Welcome to the Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff here, and today is going to be part two of building the Studgate Train Station, and it's set number 910002. And anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. And Greg's in the back here, so let's bring Greg into the stream here.
Hey,
Hello,
what's up,
Greg.
man?
How you doing, man?
I'm fine.
All right, let me switch cameras. Okay, here we go. So we've got through bags 1 through 4, and this is where it's gotten us here. There's the two trains and the beginnings of a station. So today we're going to keep going, starting with bag number 5.
Did you go to Beto's the other day?
I did not. So much has happened since my last live stream, man. I honestly can't remember where I was at the last time I did my live stream. In other words, what was going on. Did I talk about the problems I was having with the house?
What with your shop?
No, with the house itself.
No.
Okay. So Saturday morning, I went downstairs to do my Bricklink orders, and on the way down, there's a window at the landing at the stairs, and the windowsill was all swollen, and basically a bunch of water got in.
That sucks.
Yeah. So I called a bunch of contractor. Hey, how's it going, Richard? I called. There's 5 different contractors here in town, and I called them all, and not a single one answered until 5 hours later. One of them answered, and anyway, he came over and gave me an estimate, and then he was over here Saturday and Sunday and today, and he's fixed it.
That's good.
Well, it is good, but it also cost $1,500 to get all that fixed, and it's not fully fixed yet because the inside has to dry out first. But at least the house is sealed again, and no additional water will come in. So that's a small blessing. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, Richard. Yeah, because when he said he was going to come by, he said there's a possibility of him coming by on Saturday, but he didn't. He wasn't able to. Okay. All right. Thanks, Richard, for reminding me. Yeah. So basically what happened was there's supposed to be a piece of flashing up against the house when you have a gutter, and the guy who built this house didn't put the flashing on there. And over time, it eroded the siding so that water could get behind the siding, run down the wall, and then, of course, it hit the inside windowsill, which is wood, and caused it to like swell way up. And that's how I noticed it when I was going down the stairs. I noticed the window looked wavy and weird, and then I was like trying to figure out what happened. So I go outside and I look at it, and I realized what was going on, but I just don't have the skills to be able to fix all that. Nor do I have a ladder that reaches that either. So, yeah, that's what happened. But hey, it's fixed now. So the guy did a great job. And if I ever need something in the future, I'll definitely call this guy. Hey, Richard, or hey, John. And I was reading what John wrote. Hey, Richard. But hey, Richard again. And hey, John.
Hey, Mickey.
Mickey.
Hey, Mickey.
Okay. Who's Mickey?
The one that you so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey.
Oh, all right. Yeah, the song. You know, I was thinking of train jokes, and the only one I could think of is not very nice. I heard it. Someone actually told it to me when I was a kid, and I didn't appreciate it, which is why I don't retell it to anybody in particular. But the joke goes, when you were in heaven and God said, you need a brain, you thought he said train, and you said you catch the next one. So anyway, and I wasn't meaning that towards anybody here. That was just a insulting joke that I was told as a kid. But actually, I didn't even look up any train jokes. Probably should have. Probably quite a few. But no, I'm glad the house is fixed, guys. That's like a big relief. That no further damage will happen to the house, and I have to wait for it to dry out. I've got a dehumidifier in the basement going right now, and hopefully it'll do the trick and get rid of the water. Well, John, the gutter was missing a flashing, and eventually just the water eroded through the siding, ran down the wall, and this was on the second story. It ran all the way down to the basement and ruined a window, stuff around the window, and actually it ruined a lot. So anyway, I'm gonna have to get all that fixed once it dries out. That's what happened. But the contractor brought his son over. His son was a really cool guy. I don't know how old he was. He looked like he was 14, 15, maybe even 16. Anyway, was talking with him, and he was like telling me he wanted to get into a career of IT, which right up my alley. So we talked quite a bit about what I do for a living, and talked about different ways he can learn IT skills. And he says he likes to tinker with computers that are broken. And I remembered that I have one that's up here that is broken. So I went ahead and wiped it, and wiped the hard drive, I should say, and then I gave him the computer. The funny thing is, the computer broke a year ago, and for some reason, when I plugged it back in, it fired right up with no problem. So I don't know what the heck's wrong with it, but I've already bought another one. So it's that kid. I'm not going to say his name because he's underage, but yeah, it's his to tinker with and do whatever he wants with.
Oh, that feels good.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really bad flooding, John. Like, it was more water just running down the wall at a slow rate. But water and drywall don't mix, and yeah, needed this insulation either. So all that's going to need to be taken care of here. Oh, I'm like looking for the pieces right in my hand. Same thing I do with my car keys. So, Greg, have you looked at any new sets about ready to be released?
No.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I took a look at the Bricklink designer program, and boy, do they have a lot of options. Now, they're only going to pick 5, and they said it's going to be in May. So got a few more details. So I talked about it last show, but I didn't have details. But I looked on Bricklink today, and they're saying that it's going to be May when they announce which 5 they're going to produce. And there were a couple of them that really stood out to me. There was a castle wall thing that was really thick. I think that one would be cool. Let's see what there was a harbor. Oh, I can't say harbor. It's more like a beach scene. I thought that looked pretty cool. I don't know, man. I'll take a look at them when they come out, and if they look good, I'll surely put an order in and buy them. And of course, I'll build them on the channel.
Sounds great.
Yeah, man. John says after 14 days straight, I'm going to be tired. Oh, yes. Yeah, John, I could totally understand. In fact, my job right now is they're finally asking me to learn somebody else's job so that if she goes on vacation, we've got backup and she's learning my job. And to be honest with you, I've been in this job for 5 years. Yeah, almost 6 years. Yeah, almost 6 years. And this is the first time they've ever had anybody to do my job as a backup. Just before, if I went on vacation, they just got that out of office. And sometimes I had to sign in when I was on vacation to fix stuff. But it's just really weird to actually, she's not fully trained yet and she can't really back me up, but she'll get there.
Any plans for tonight?
Yes, I started building the 3-in-1 set, this one right here. And I just got to edit the video now so I could post it for tomorrow, because tomorrow I can't do a live stream. But I will do a live stream most likely on Wednesday, continuing this. I don't think we're going to finish it.
I got a call coming.
Oh, okay. So, and Richard, how have you been, man? What builds are you working on right now? I'm getting kind of concerned about my large order from Germany. It hasn't come yet, and it's been 3 weeks. And I looked at DHL's tracking number today, and it's saying it's in U.S. Customs and it's been there for a week. So I don't know why Customs is holding it up that much, but they are holding it up. I don't know. I don't really order from Germany. I've ordered from Canada a few times, so I really don't know what the normal is. Has anybody else ordered from Germany before? And if you have, what is the normal turnaround time through customs? Should I be worried it's taking a week to get through customs? I don't know. But I really need those pieces because I got to start working on that stuff for the next show in June. And I'm really looking forward to June. Having that show at Stadler's, which is the company that makes the light rail trains. I think that's a really cool honor to be asked to do that. Okay. And I've had some decent Bricklink orders lately too. In fact, I was putting one together just right before I started the live stream. John says, I used to order some stuff from Ukraine, the Kobe bricks. Okay. Richard says, doing great, Chip, and I'm always working on my city. It's one giant mock that consumes my building time. And I actually ordered blue bricks a lot in Germany, as I've short 11 days is long. Okay. And 2.5 months. Okay. So, all right. So I'm with 3 weeks is the normal. I'm still within the normal range. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for that, Richard, because I honestly, I can't remember. I'm sure I have ordered from Germany before, but it's been a long time. It's not one of my usual things that I go for. I try to do U.S. as much as possible because of shipping time, but In this particular case, the piece I was looking for, no one in the States had more than like 10 of them, and I needed close to 100 of them. So there was a couple of them actually international that had them for a couple hundred of them. So anyway, I found the cheapest one with 100 and ordered, and he had really good feedback. So I figured it was all right.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Greg.
Just some telemarketer.
Oh, I like messing with those guys. And I really mess with them. Not all the time, because most of the time I'm too busy. I just hang up on them. But if they catch me in the right mood, man, I pity them because I am not nice.
Just one of them wants me to say, buy this thing, get a free pair of steak knives.
I would have told them something really mean, like, "Oh yeah, that sounds great." Because my sister, I always thought she was a vampire. I can finally take care of that when I get these knives. I would make up something, a lot of them I can't say on YouTube because, well, they're just not family appropriate. My favorite one was I got called. I don't know, it wasn't that long ago, probably in the last month. I got a call. They said they were from the U.S. Customs and Border, and I had a package that got confiscated because it had contraband in it. They wanted me to pay a fine, and so I can get the package released. And I said, contraband. I said, how much did it weigh? And they're like, I don't remember what he said. He said something like 10 kilos or something. And I was like, that SOB, he shorted me. I ordered 20 kilos of that stuff. And I named a drug. And that guy hung up on me, man. So I have fun with them wherever I can. And yeah. I ordered the 70th anniversary of Gone with the Wind on Blu-ray. I never saw the movie. Any reproduction of the movie will have white supremacy warning. Oh, really? Oh, come on, man. I've seen that movie. I don't think so. They were going for historical accuracy. And actually, my wife would be really upset about that. That's her favorite movie, Gone with the Wind. I've seen it so many times. Oh well, whatever. So, well, John, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to tell you, I think it's got a good story to it. And I won't mess any of it up. Just a good story. And I don't think it's about white supremacy. It's about the struggle of a man and a woman in their marriage. And that's about all I'm going to say. And they got a kid. And there's a little bit of struggle over that, too.
They came out in 1939.
You know, times were a little different back then. So was the movie. The movie's about Civil War era. So I mean, things were definitely different back then. And I honestly, you know, to speak of anything, I don't think it's fair to judge the time of the 1800s based off of our standards today. There's a reason why the Constitution says that they can't pass a law that's retroactive. Because if they could, you could be thrown in jail for something you did that wasn't illegal at the time you did it, and it'd be illegal today, though, and you'd be arrested. So the Constitution protects you from that. And I know that this is not a constitutional issue per se, but I kind of feel the same way about historical accuracy, is that the times were different back then. And so, you know, you can't judge today's standards going backwards. It's just a different time. And something about Germany, but they would have the cheapest price Lego in the world. They do. They really do. I've seen a lot of sellers have bulk amounts too, man. I don't know if there's more available there to sellers. I don't know how they're doing it, but it's awesome. And if I ever need bulk, I will buy from them, because once you get to a certain weight, the shipping becomes worth it. But if you're just buying a couple pieces, it's definitely not worth the shipping. Well, thank you, Richard, about my about the phone call. It's called the disclaimer. Disney earnings was called today was a lot of fireworks. You know, I heard about that. Didn't they say their stock price is down like 31%? Was that the number I read? I can't remember. But yeah, John, I read up on that today too. And I mean, I'm not speaking either way, whether it's right or wrong. But other thing in the news was there's a call to boycott Budweiser now.
I mean, Bud Light.
There's a Bud Light. Okay, yeah. And we are on bag 6, by the way. And by the way, I don't drink alcohol, so I have no skin in this game about you know, a boycott against Bud Light. So I wish I could build this the other way so you could see it better, but I'm just not that talented building the other direction. So I will turn this around from time to time so that what I'm doing can be seen. Yeah, it'll be seen and it'll be obscene. No, I'm just kidding. It will not. At Legoland Germany, you can. Oh, okay. Well, that clears it up a little bit. Thank you. I didn't know that. I actually lived in Germany for a few years, and I never got to make it to Legoland. Legoland. All right, here I'm gonna turn around so you guys see. So this is the station from the front. I think it's looking pretty good. I'm not really sure what we're doing here yet, but anyway, this is where we're at right now. Let's just say the meeting didn't go as planned. Bob Iger played the victim. Yeah, I don't know enough about the situation, John, to comment, other than all I know is that he has only been the CEO for the second time for a short period. So I don't know. But I would say I would not want to be an executive of any large company right now. Actually, I don't care when the time period is. I'd never want to do it. I'll be honest with you, man. I mean, my job's not a bad job, but how I feel about it is I don't think a job should ever take over my life. I think that I really yearn for a job-life balance. And right now I have that. And so that's one of the reasons that even though sometimes I get upset with my job, I won't switch jobs, because that balance. I mean, look at what I'm able to do. I'm able to build my builds. I get off at almost a set time all the time, so I can plan my live streams. And I mean, I don't work weekends. Yeah. So even though the job isn't exactly what I want, it's really not all that bad either. So, you win some, you lose some. And the work-life balance is so important to me. And I've had other companies through LinkedIn reach out to me and say to me, hey, we'll pay you more money if you switch over to our company. And, I mean, it is tempting at times. But then when I ask them questions like, why did the last person leave? a lot of times I hear something like, well, they just didn't feel like there was work-life balance. And I'm like, all right, say no more. More heads are going to roll. Lots of fireworks over Special District CD Creek. Oh, yeah. I heard about that too, John. Yeah. Okay. I heard that weird noise again that I heard on Saturday that made me think the contractor was here. But there is nothing on the cameras, dang it. So it's kind of weird.
Is it coming from your neighbors?
No, it sounds like it's coming from right outside the window behind me. Which is where the driveway is. And the garage is right below me. So that's why I thought I was hearing the contractor pull up on Saturday. But I don't know. It kind of sounds like a car door, but it's a little heavier than that. Maybe it's a poltergeist. I don't know. And I'm just kidding. I don't believe in that, but well, I kind of do. Just not maybe the same way as some other people do. It's 8 my time. Gonna grab dinner now. If you're still live when I'm done, I'll jump back. But if not, great to see you again, Jeff and Greg, and later John and Chad. All right, thanks, Richard. I appreciate you stopping in. And I'll be here. Have a good dinner. Not worth $2 bump and big pay deal. Plus, I lose my seniority, and they would want me to work weekends. Yeah. See, that's the same thing with me. Like, I mean, I don't know. This company does. The company I work for, they do tout a work-life balance, and so they are big on that. And I really appreciate that because there's a lot of places that don't do that, and they feel like, oh, will you work for us? Well, if you want your measly little paycheck, you're going to have to just work until your fingers are to the bone, and we don't care, about your mental health. We don't care about nothing. And I'm grateful that I don't work for such a company. They were really good to us. In fact, when the pandemic first hit, they knew that kids were staying home from school, and they offered the office staff to work split shifts if you needed to, in order, and have a flexible schedule. So they were really good to us during that time. So I can't. Oh, Greg, I thought it was you just now. I had an email pop up and said Dylan, and then it cut off the last name. I can only see the first name. Bought Lego from you on Bricklink, but then I saw it pop up on my phone too, and the phone had a little bit longer, and it wasn't your last name. So I knew it wasn't you. But when I saw it pop up on the laptop, I initially thought, hey, this guy's ordering from me, and he's on the line right now. Awesome. He's a cool dude. No, okay. You're still a cool dude, by the way.
Yeah.
You don't got to order Legos for me to be a cool dude. You do not need to at all. And actually, those have been going really well, guys. I've been having some good orders, and I'm grateful because I need to get that shop all fixed up, and that's right now where most of my money's going. So I do appreciate anything I get. I am not picky. Mine does not pay much. I'll substitute that word. And our lords and masters are in India. Okay. I can't. John, I don't disagree with you, but for obvious reasons, YouTube will not let me say those words. So I'm going to leave it in the chat. And if you want to read it, you can read it, but I can't say it. But I don't disagree with you, John. I think as long as you've been with that company, and as much as you know, and how many teams or different products you've been on, I think you're far more valuable than they're giving you credit for, my friend. And yeah, John and I, oh man, we've been friends since like 2008 when I was in Germany. So John and I, we know each other's history, and we've been friends during some it kind of seems like my life was going pretty rough when I first met John. And then John and I switched places for a while, and he was doing rough. And then now I think we're both doing okay. So, and Greg, I think I've known you now for about almost 2 years. Does that sound about right? Yeah. Let's just say I'm lucky with what I have. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, John. I feel the same way. Sometimes I get upset and I say things about my job privately that I don't like them, but then I think about it and I think what else is out there and I realize, yeah, it's not perfect, but at least it ain't that bad, really. It really isn't. And technically, because I'm talking about my job, they say that whenever we talk about them on public platforms, we have to give a disclaimer. And the disclaimer is that the views and opinions about my employer are mine and mine alone, solely mine. So there you have it. There's a disclaimer. My job wants me to just put a disclaimer out there, even though I'm saying it's a great place to work, because it's my opinion, I have to put a disclaimer out there. So there's the disclaimer. They may not agree with me, in other words, that it's a great place to work. Of course, I'm being completely sarcastic. But yes, I am required to say it. So there is the required verbiage. And I did mess that up. Okay, well, I got to do a little tiny bit of tear down here. Let me do that now. Right. Yeah, for now, recovering from divorce was not easy. And John, my hat's off to you, man. I think you handled it well. And for those of you who don't know, I'll be completely transparent here. Me and Mrs. Chip, we almost didn't make it. Because when I first met John, me and her were not doing very well. And I really thought that I was going to end up a single man again, but we managed to work through our problems. And no, I'm not embarrassed to say it. And I'll tell you why I'm not embarrassed to say it. Tell me one person you've talked to honestly that's had a perfect marriage, especially when you've been together 26, 27 years. You find that person for you. First of all, I'm going to be amazed. Second of all, you found a complete saint, which they don't exist, by the way. So. And John, I agree. When there's a lot of hurt involved, putting it in the past and leaving it there is difficult. And you know from our conversations that we've had, I definitely would know a thing or two about that. And for me, and I've talked about this a little bit, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to make this a depressing conversation, so please don't take it in that way. I mean this to be positive. I've talked about it before, where I have been diagnosed with depression. I was diagnosed with that well over 20 years ago, and I've struggled with it. There are times where I've been really depressed, and it's been hard. However, I found a way through it, and it doesn't bother me near as much anymore because, believe it or not, building a city mock, having a YouTube channel, reaching and finding another job, all those sort of things has really helped me with my depression. And that's because, well, I don't want to say I really distracted myself, like I'm not dealing with it. It's because I think more or less for me, and it's different for everybody, my depression was due to the fact that I was being lazy and wasn't doing much with my life. And that's my story. And I'm not claiming that people who have depression are just lazy. I'm not. So please don't take it that way. I'm speaking about my personal experience. And my personal experience was my depression basically came from me just being lazy. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Is that supposed to be? Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta go back. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Gotta focus on the instructions a little bit more instead of my story. Like those little noise. Forgetting her is the easy part, not forgetting Paisley, my first beagle. You know something, John? I wish I could share a story with you on here, but I don't think it's fair because Mrs. Chip, first of all, it's personal. I'll tell you on the side, though, John. So anyway, John, I can relate. That's what I'm trying to say. And privately, John, I will tell you the story. And it does involve a dog, by the way. And I agree, John, losing a pet for whatever reason, through death, divorce, whatever, doesn't matter what the reason is, it is extremely difficult. And I am attempting to build upside down on the instructions. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, man, pets are awesome. I left Enzo outside for 2 days because he was doing stupid things. And Enzo is actually back in the house and he is not doing dumb things. But I still make him spend more time outside than I used to. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to tell me he doesn't want to be an indoor dog. I don't know. Kind of surprised, but I don't know, and I don't speak dog, so. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Is your Bricklink store still up?
It is. In fact, I had a really decent day with the orders, man.
Is it underneath Idaho or Utah?
Idaho. And I'm really sitting on the fence, guys, and I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble making up my mind about the Bricklink store because every time I think I don't want it anymore, I think about it again, and I do want it. But as of right now, I'm not buying any more sets. I'm not buying any more inventory at the time. I need to figure out a couple things because in Utah, it was easy to apply for a sales tax exemption certificate so that I could go to like Costco or any store really and say, hey, look, I'm buying this for resale in my business, which by the way, really upsets big box retailers when you do that. But anyway, you don't have to pay the sales tax. And of course that helps you out because it makes the product a little bit cheaper. And I mean, you do charge the sales tax. Bricklink does when they buy it. So the state's not out their money. It's just you're not paying it twice. So anyway, I've been thinking about that right there for Idaho because I have it for Utah, but it's no longer an active certificate because I'm not registered in the state of Utah anymore. I need to get it in Idaho, and that'd be the first step to buying more inventory. And I think this is looking really good in my opinion. Of course, it is just my opinion, but It's a great set. Love trains. Okay, wait a minute. I gotta look at that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I messed that up. Okay, there we go. And John says she may as well be dead. Where's Enzo? He's right next to me. Enzo, come here. Come on. Come here. You gotta show your face. There you go. You see him in the corner there? Boy, you smell bad.
Now give me a bath. Give me a bath.
I think I need to take the Tractor Supply. They've got those beige you can wash your dog in. I think that's what I need to do. It only costs like $5.
How's Max doing?
Max is doing pretty good. He complains about the weight loss, but I don't really have a choice, man. I don't want him dying early. Yeah, he is a cute dog. I mean, don't get me wrong. He is very cute, but boy, is he ornery right along with that, man.
What about Tux and Buddy?
They're in the house, and today I turned on the what do you call it? The space heater, and they're all three cats are right over there, and they're laying all right in front of it, curled up in a big ball. And I think it's hilarious because Max and Buddy have taken a severe disliking to each other. So they are always fighting. And I don't mean just play fighting. I mean like them two are losing fur because they're like fighting the crap out of each other. And I used to get involved, but I just got to the point where, you know what, one of them's got to win, insert their own dominance, and then this will be over. And maybe I got the wrong attitude about it, but I got tired of breaking it up. Love his nose. And speaking of weight, I've lost 45 pounds. John, that is awesome. I've only lost 3, but then I've gained 10. It's kind of like the old joke. Yeah, I've done so well. I've lost 400 pounds over the last 4 years. Problem is, I gained 450. So you're really up 50 pounds. Anyway, that'd be my story. Although I will say, today I did my exercises for like the ones I did in physical therapy for my neck. I did those today. I've got those elastic rubber band things with the handles on them. You stick it in the doorway and you close it.
Yeah.
And I did my exercises today to strengthen my neck. But I'll tell you what, it's a pain in the neck. I didn't say my jokes were funny today. Beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Man, John, I'll tell you what. I'm serious about weight loss. When it comes to, if I really want to lose weight and I start bulking up on the protein and cutting the carbs, yeah, man, losing weight becomes easy. Problem is, I start craving the carbs after a while, and I don't stay away from the carbs. So I lose it. Like I can lose 20 pounds in a month, easy. However, I'll gain it right back the next month because I'll stop doing it. And yeah, John, I've heard of the keto diet, and it's kind of the same principle, cutting carbs and all that good stuff, but I have trouble staying on it. They ain't got the willpower, man. Tell you what, though, I got plenty of protein around here. Dang, man, all these chickens. In fact, it's gotten to the point where I've given eggs away to my neighbors because I can't eat all of them. I got 17 chickens, and there are days that all of them give me an egg. I couldn't eat 17 eggs in one day if I even tried. And you got to remember, there's the next day, and I might get another 17.
One of these days you'll have egg on your face.
Well, knowing me, I might have egg on my face. But I think my rooster's confused. That guy crows all the time, and I literally mean I don't care what time of day it is. He'll be out there strutting his stuff, crowing at things, and it's like, dude, I thought you're supposed to do that first thing in the morning. What's wrong with you? But glad to have him. Glad to have him part of the family. No, not really. Oh, I don't know where Max went. Just Buddy and
Tux.
Yeah, Buddy and Tux are over there. Yeah, I couldn't even think, man. Thanks, Greg. You're starting to know my pets better than I do. Okay, all right. This is looking good. I'm liking this design already, guys. It's coming together, and we're only on bag 6.
You got any other Bricklink designer program on their way?
I don't, because right now, Lego's deciding which ones are going to be in the next round, and the big announcement will be May. And I assure you that if I like them, I will buy them. And so far, every single round, there's been at least, they usually release 5. And I ordered 2 the first round. The second round, they put 5 out. I ordered 4. They canceled 1, so I only really did 4. So I got 3 of the 4. I would love to do it again. And so, yeah, Greg, when they announce which ones are out, I will definitely make an announcement on the channel of which ones I purchased and show pictures. Because as far as I'm concerned, that is not a leaked design when they put it out there for you to buy it. So I'll definitely make it known which ones I get. But right now they had, I think, 500 of them for you to choose from. So, yeah, it's no telling which one they're going to choose and say, hey, this is what we want to do. And so he must be dreaming over there because he's kind of twitching his leg and making a little sound like he's running in a field or something. Whatever it is, he's happy. That's really all that matters.
He's probably chasing the goats.
Greg, I think you're right. Because he certainly does like of course, my sister didn't think it was too funny when she told me the story about him going after her goat. And I says, well, I guess he got your goat. And my sister did not find that funny. Sometimes people just need to chill out, man. Okay, let's see. Let's go here. It is hard to see this looking at it like kind of upside down. There you go. But Greg, you might just convince me to go to Beto's tonight right after this. No, I'm just kidding. I won't be going to Beto's. I won't be going, and I'll tell you why. we've been having snow here today. And in fact, when I went to the post office to drop off my Bricklink orders, it was near whiteout conditions. So first couple of days in May, and we still have a ton of snow. It just won't stop here. And yes, some of it accumulated too. But I don't think the snow's all bad, especially because we've had several years here of having very little snowfall.
Yeah.
So I think Mother Nature's just playing catch up. When's the last time you saw snow there, Greg?
Been over 2 years now.
Oh, okay.
It's been it happened a couple months after a major hurricane
Oh, okay.
storm.
Wow, they don't show this very well. So I may have these seats wrong. I don't know why they make those little noise in the instructions. That's kind of all right. We're on bag number 7, guys. And okay, he says, okay, grill is registered. I would help you pay for the feed. I could, yeah. You know, the feed is it's not that bad. Have I told you? I don't know. And if I'm repeating myself, I apologize. And what I mean is other streams. I might have already told this story, but the place that I buy my feed from, I really like them. It's a family-owned little joint, and oh, what the heck? I mean, I know no one around here knows who they are, but I'll still give them a plug. It's called Ward Feed and Seed, and it's owned by the Ward family, of course. And the Ward family, they have my respect because they've always done honest dealings with me. I've been here almost a year, and they are right on the railroad tracks, so they get their own. They make their own feed because the grain comes through the rails, and they've got this. I don't know what you want to call it. Little manufacturing building where they make the feed, and I really like it because the thing is, their feed has like 4% more protein than the name brand one does, which is really good for your chickens. So, and it's actually cheaper than the other brand, and because it's family made, they don't put additives in it. They don't do anything crazy. So, and my chickens really seem to like the feed because when I first moved here, the previous owners gave me a bag of feed that was, well, I won't say what brand it was, but it was a major brand. And the major brand just they didn't like it the way they like the store brand one I get now. And John says, I think my Lego specialty would be trains and stations or subway stations. You know, doing this train stuff, my friend Jim, he used to do model trains. And since we've been doing this stuff, he's been saying that he might get into Lego trains because he likes it so much. Oh, okay, well, they put this in there twice. Okay, well, whatever's.
Any plans for dinner tonight?
Actually, I ate before I started the live stream. The local supermarket here has rotisserie chicken, the whole thing, and I bought it. And between me, Enzo, Buddy, Max, and Tux, we ate it.
Whole chicken, huh?
Yep. I think the pets got more of it than I did, but that's okay. And then I had 2 bananas with it too, because I like my fruits, man. What's your favorite fruit, by the way?
Uh, either either bananas or oranges.
Okay.
Yep. Last night I had fajitas.
Well, um, I agree with you. Orange is a good choice. And another one, growing up in California, we had a peach tree in our backyard, and so, and we had two peach tree. No, was it? It was three peach trees and a nectarine tree is what we had. And so, yeah, we could get whatever we wanted. And then across the street, there was a church, and the church had probably about a dozen plum trees, and they didn't care. And so I used to go over there after school some days and pick a few plums off there. Man, they good fresh. So now, like I said, I've been to Texas a couple times, mostly the Austin area, but I imagine that Texas got a lot of farming out there in the country areas. Have you ever been out to the countryside out there, Greg?
I live in a rural part of Texas.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. Now, do you guys have when I lived in California, they have these places where you can go and they give you a little wooden bucket and you can fill it with whatever fruit you want that's out in these orchards. And I mean, back in the 90s when I lived out in California, they used to charge it was like $5 or $6 for a whole bucket full. Now I'm sure today it's $25, but and it was a lot of fun because you gotta go to the tree itself and pick whatever you wanted. So it wasn't like the grocery store where half of it's bad and you're trying to figure out what can I get that's good. I mean, you got a whole choice of it out there, and
Uh,
it was fun.
uh, I had fajitas last night.
You did what?
I had fajitas last night.
Fajitas. All right.
That
Chicken
sounds good.
fajitas or just
Mix,
fajitas?
mix,
Oh, mix.
beef
Okay.
beef and chicken.
All right. Well, my son Spencer would really like you right now. That was one of his favorite things is fajitas.
Uh, I, I live in Texas though. We have a lot of Tex-Mex here.
Yeah. And I'm sorry. You know what? You guys can't even see what I'm building. I just realized this train station's in the way. Let me slide this out of the way. Let me be a better host. Here we go. All right. I'm not being a very good host if you guys can't see what I'm doing. Oh man.
Uh, uh,
How's your sister doing?
she's going to start school as a dental assistant.
Oh, I was thinking here I was thinking she was little. Okay, I didn't realize.
Uh,
Okay,
She she graduates high school in a few months.
okay. No, I was thinking. I don't know why, Greg, because you probably have told me, but I'm going to blame it on having four kids, having a bad memory. But for some reason, I was thinking she was 9 or 10 years old, which obviously, if she's going to dental school, she's got to be a little bit older than that. So, my apologies if you have told me and I just forgot. Um, okay. Ooh. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Oh, I'll try to quit yawning. I did have a rough night's sleep though. You ever have those nights where You try to sleep, but your brain won't shut up.
I went to bed tired as hell, but I can't go to sleep.
Yeah, that was me last night, man. I had a lot of thoughts going through my mind, and I wanted to sleep, so I took some melatonin, which I don't normally do. And even though I took melatonin, no luck, man. No luck at all. I could not sleep. My brain wouldn't shut down long enough. And sometimes it would shut down just for a sec. And then it would just be like, haha, just kidding. I got more for you to think about. And I laid in bed probably about a good 45 minutes, which normally if I lay in my bed, I can fall asleep in 5 minutes, 10 tops. But not last night. Last night was a whole different thing, and I am grateful. That does not happen to me very often, but it does. Ooh, see, look, that's not good. All right, let's twist that little thing. Yeah, let's twist it. Okay, so they want me to do a whole. I got to click through this again and again.
You're starting to see sheep.
I don't have a Serta mattress, so no. You've seen those commercials, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, what was that trailer I just watched? It was with Samuel L. Jackson. It was an Avengers movie coming out in June. Oh, what was the name of that? Do you know what I'm talking about, Greg?
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, well, the trailer's really good. It made me want to watch it.
What'd you think about that link I sent you? Alfred Hitchcock versus Steven Spielberg.
Well, at first, I didn't think they were going to let Alfred Hitchcock talk because it was all about Steven Spielberg, and then all of a sudden he does start talking, and I thought it was pretty good. There's some other rap battles that I've seen that don't say his name because I'll get banned off of here. It involved the former chancellor of Germany in the 40s. It was one of those rap battles, and it was so silly it was funny.
Then Quentin Tarantino, then Kubrick, then Michael Bay came on.
Yeah. Yeah, he mentions them earlier in the thing, and then yeah. Okay, so we got a kid carrying around a guitar that's just about as big as he is. Oh, I just knocked over my lamp. I just killed it. Let me fix it. Oh boy. Moment of silence, please. I killed it. All right. All right, let's see. Oh, what was that? What was that noise? Oh, you sent me. Okay, you sent me attachment. Okay. All right. You know what the only bad thing is about using your phone for instructions? By the time I'm done with the live stream, my battery's almost gone. That's the bad part. I really need to slide this out of the way more often because I forget y'all can't see it. I can see it just fine, but you guys can't. And maybe I should switch my camera angle. Maybe I should put the camera over on this side over here next to Enzo. No, I wasn't calling you. I said his name and perks up his head like, what? And I don't care who you are. He's a cute little pooch. Well, he ain't so little, but he is cute. All right. So I don't know what this is right here, but that's what we put on there. All right, we got 3 fences. 1, 2, and 3. Well, you know something, Greg, I talked a little bit about your family. A little bit about my family is that we're having our good old family dinner here, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. And we're going to a new spot that I've never been to. It's a Mongolian barbecue place. And I've been to Korean barbecue, and I've been to Texas barbecue.
Sorry, what would you say? You cut out for a moment.
Oh, we're going our family dinner coming up here a week from this Sunday. We're doing we're going to a Mongolian barbecue place, which is kind of different. I've never been to Mongolian barbecue. I've done Southern barbecue, I've done Texas barbecue, I've done Korean barbecue, good old American barbecue, but I have never done Mongolian barbecue. So this is going to be interesting. I'm sure it won't help with the weight loss goal.
I had Texas barbecue, I had North Carolina barbecue before.
Now, is North Carolina barbecue, is that possum?
No.
I'm just kidding. What was it? Beverly Hillbillies.
It was in Georgia though.
Yeah, but it still cracked me up when they stopped the car and she sits there and Granny's like, they honk at her and she's like, "Oh no, you don't. I saw it first." I don't know. I love Beverly Hillbillies. I think that whoever put that together has had a brilliant mind. I love the part. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got text messages coming through. But I love that movie or that show and the movie Beverly Hillbillies. Jethro, did you take them brakes off like I asked you to? Yes, Mama. And the new ones will be in the mail next week. Or how about when they used to ride the motorcycle through the house? I like when Jethro tries to set up his uncle Jed with women. He says he's got a AAA rating. He's A attractive, A available, A billionaire. So there you have it. That's a AAA rating right there. For me, I ain't got no A rating. I'm not attractive, I'm not available, and I'm not a billionaire. So I got none of those things. Mr. Jeff or Mr. Not Drysdale. Oh, come on. Whatever his name was, I can't remember now. He's got more on me. He's got more on it than I do. So anyway. Did you ever watch Beverly Hillbillies?
No.
Oh, okay. John says same here. Yeah, they were a peculiar family. I thought my family was dysfunctional. No, I'm just kidding.
What's the most
What's that?
What's the most dysfunctional family of them all?
Probably Adam's family. I'm just kidding.
Or the Manson family?
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty heavy stuff there. But I will agree. The Manson family, yeah. All right, we are going to be on bag number 8 right now. And this is going to be our last bag for the night. Oh, that's interesting. And you know what? I'm going to turn this around real quick so y'all can see what transpired here. Okay, so we built a lot on the back side here, and I do like the use of these fences. They're better than just the regular lattice fences that originally came out. Also, I do like the use of the clock here, and these lamps. I think they're awesome. I'm glad Lego did not do a one-piecer. I'm glad they used individual pieces here. The tables are a nice touch. I do like the fact that this is functional with stairs to get up here. So far, it's looking good. I like the use of the tan color eggs as ornaments on the side here. We're going to go ahead and keep going with this, but I just wanted to show you guys because it's been a while since I turned it around. Is that considered turning my life around, Greg?
How's Osea doing?
You know, I haven't talked to her in about a week. I hope she's doing well. I'm gonna try to get a hold of her because her mom's about ready to go into boot camp. So yeah, and I'm not really sure I'm going to be able to talk to her when my daughter's in boot camp. Her father that she's staying with doesn't care for me, so and that's okay. It's a mutual feeling. I don't care for him either. So,
What about Anais? Anais is dead.
I don't know him that well. We don't have a confrontational relationship at all because I just don't know him. My daughter unfortunately didn't date him for a very long time, so and I've only met him. Well, no, I've met him twice. I've seen him twice. So not much of a relationship there, but I can't imagine that he would keep me from calling her. So, yeah, she's cute, man. She's 13 months old now.
A year and 1 month old.
Yeah, and it just flew by, Greg. Like, it just flew right by. And again, so is Osea, man. She turns 5 this year. I got some great grandkids, though. Love them a lot.
You're not that old to get great grandkids yet.
No. I don't want great grandkids. Not yet. Give me another 20 years, at least. You're confused with my children. You're confused why my children give their kids names like that? I am too. I'm just kidding. I don't think they're bad names, but I have teased my daughter about it. I asked her one time if I could get a grandkid with a normal name like John or Mary. My daughter's like, nope. She didn't skip a beat. She just told me nope.
I guess you got the weird one out of the bunch. She's the weird one out of the bunch.
I'm not gonna say which one it is, but it's not her. Because if one of my kids were watching this and they heard me say which one, trust me, they would call the other ones and tell them. So I got to leave that our little secret. Well, actually, my little secret because I ain't telling nobody. And they say you're not supposed to have favorites, but I'll be honest, I do have a favorite. And of course, I can't say which one that is either because I'd really be in trouble if I revealed which kid was my favorite.
The weird one.
Well, John, I've got 4 children. Jessica's the oldest, and she's in the Virginia, Washington, D.C. area. There's Natalie in North Carolina. She's the one with the 2 grandkids. And then Amanda lives about an hour from me. And then there's Spencer, who also lives in North Carolina, pretty close to Natalie.
A cross-country family, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Where does Jessica live?
DC area.
DC area?
Yeah.
Amanda lives in Utah.
Yep.
She's a grandpa girl, huh?
Oh, well, not Amanda. Amanda doesn't have any kids, thank goodness. I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. No, actually, I think, in all honesty, I think Amanda would make a great mother because Amanda, she's just a great person. She really is. And she's got a really good personality. And she's a really hard worker, too. So, anyway, I can't say what kid's my favorite, though. Not that I was dropping a hint there. Oh, that's Natalie's, and it's not her husband. It was her boyfriend that of I think 4 or 5 years, and then things just didn't work out, and so she told him to hit the road, Jack. And
at least she
Natalie's
got a kid.
Yeah, she's got the kids.
At least she got a kid out of it.
Yeah. Well, I always joke that none of the genes came from him because she doesn't look anything like him. But we know it came from him because there's been a genetic test, parental test, and definitely his kid. But she don't look like him. She don't act like him. Like she got nothing from her dad. I swear.
Time to go to the Murray show.
You are not a father. And actually, okay, so my kids tease each other a lot growing up. And my daughter, actually, I'm not going to say which one, but one daughter used to tease another daughter. And she used to go up to her and say, "You are not a father," because she saw the Maury Povich show. And the daughter she told it to would get mad to the point where she'd start crying sometimes. She would be like, "I am the father." And I used to just try not to die laughing because she was only like 6, so she had no idea what the heck she was saying. But oh my goodness, you can't make up stuff like that. It was just too funny, those kids, man. And if this wasn't if this wasn't a family show, I could tell you some of the other things the kids used to joke about with each other, but I certainly can't. Those kids, there were times as a parent that I had to pretend like I was upset with them, but I wasn't because what they said was just off the wall and it wasn't right, but it sure was funny. I just couldn't tell them. I could not encourage that behavior, so I had to pretend like I was upset, but I wasn't. Oh, those kids.
Those kids are something else, huh?
They sure were. They sure are. They were a lot of fun though. They really were. And just so nobody thinks that I'm just being mean about my daughter's former boyfriend.
Her
He was.
interesting,
Well,
her
he used to
her
put my. I'm sorry.
her interesting choice of boyfriends.
Yeah. Well, this one in particular. Um, he was. I didn't like him because he used to put down my daughter a lot, and he used to call her names and basically insinuate that she was stupid, and I don't like that. Because I feel like some people are strong enough to overcome it, but a lot of people aren't. If you call people names continuously, they'll start believing it, and they'll start believing those names and believe they are that. And it's not right, especially the younger the person is usually. Um, and so I don't like the name calling thing. I think it's not appropriate in most cases. Now, if you're joking around and the person knows that you're joking and you're close to them and all that, then it can be funny, some name calling. But you also have to watch what kind of names you're saying, because you don't want to damage a relationship just to try to be funny. At least that's my opinion. I just think you got to be nice to each other, have some common decency. Oh, okay. So this goes right here. I don't know what I'm building. Oh, it looks like stairs. Oh, all right. Yeah. All right.
Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah. You seen Wayne's World?
Parts of it.
Okay. He goes to the music store and grabs a guitar and he starts playing, and the guy points to the sign that says "No playing Stairway to Heaven." Oh yes, she will be mine. Oh yes, she will be mine. Oh, anyway, if you've seen Wayne's World, you'll catch the reference. But oh, I love the fact that Garth has a gremlin. What was almost as bad as a gremlin was the Ford Pinto. And I remember my brother-in-law, Steve, used to have a Pinto. Not my current brother-in-law, Steve, because my sister, it was a different sister that was married to a guy named Steve. And yeah, he had a Ford Pinto. And I remember that he tried selling it to my dad and saying it would make a great first car. And I was like, oh, no. I don't want the Ford Pinto. I'm good. No, Dad, don't buy it. And my dad actually thought about buying it. And then he found out that it had a lot of problems. And my dad was like, no, I'm not buying it. So
You try to con him out of it, into it.
yeah, he did. And that guy, no offense, but I won't go in the story here, but I will say, guy didn't make a lot of good choices. In fact, he joined the army and then he got thrown out of the army. So,
Wow.
well, you ever heard of the thing? You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy played some stupid games and he won some stupid prizes. So, all right, guys, I'm going to flip this around so you can see this. All right. Now for the $64,000 question. Are any of you going to see Dungeons and Dragons, Woke, or Mario? No, not Woke. No, actually, I'm not going to see either one. But I did see a meme, and it had a character. It was a cartoon meme, and it looked like Mario, and he was fat, and his eyes were like had those what do you call it? Those dark circles underneath it, and he has a little mushroom in his hand. It's obviously a psychedelic mushroom, and it says how Mario became Super Mario. So anyway, sorry, I got nothing but dumb jokes, but hey, I'm having a good time and I'm enjoying it. So, all right, guys. What's that?
Don't stop me now because you're having a good time. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, Greg, thanks for being on here tonight, and thanks everyone else for being here. And I do appreciate it. We got through bags 1 through 8. Tomorrow will be a video released at midnight, my time, midnight, Mountain Time, and so that'll be tomorrow. Wednesday, we're going to come back, try to get at least 4 more bags done on this. There are 23 bags, by the way, and we're through bag number 8. So somewhere in there, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, leave me a comment below, turn on all notifications, visit my Bricklink store, links in the description. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. And as I always say, be good to each other and stay safe out there. Bye, Greg.